Welcome to 8823 Northwest Teater Avenue. Located in Lower Bridge Estates, this home is 2,960 square feet, 3 beds, 3 baths, sits on 8.39 acres. There's a detached shop garage with insulated portion and a 37-foot deep RV bay that has a 14-foot tall door. This property has its own well, a triple garage, a 24.4 kW solar system that completely takes care of the power bill. So it has a net metering system with 0 power bill as a result. I'll take you around the house, through the shops, across the property, and at the very end, take you on a bike ride across the BLM land and down to the river close below the house. Now in the foyer, right by the front door, staircase up to the second floor. Directly to my left is the office, and then there's the half bath utility. These windows on the west side have been tinted, so you really don't have to use blinds in the afternoon. You can see that water feature out there. It's not running because it's winter and it's frozen, but a very beautiful water feature out front. Part of the landscaping that's very extensive around the property. Formal dining area. There's lots of ways to flex this space, but currently it's another living room and formal dining area. The home does have a great room as well. As you'll see moving into the kitchen has expansive countertops, some Corian and some granite. Under cabinet lighting, appliance garage, very cool sink here, looking out to the eastern mountains and across the yard. This great room area has space for living, a small dining area if you want, but with this big breakfast bar, most people are just going to utilize these 4 or 5 seating positions with a breakfast bar and living room. This leads out to the back deck and hot tub. Have the pantry right here. And then there is radiant floor heat in the kitchen as well. This is the controller right here. And as you can see, there's 2 sinks in the kitchen. Pretty cool to have that feature. Coat closet right by the front door. Downstairs office. These are hardwood floors. Downstairs half bath. And the utility room. Spacious, great storage, a sink. Standing upstairs above the foyer, right next to the primary bedroom, which is extremely spacious, with a sitting area that could be used as well for workout equipment, another office, and it has that beautiful view. I'm going to stitch in another recording from when it was a little clearer, but even on an overcast day such as today, you can see the three sisters beautifully. There'll be a short stitch in here of a clear day. The view from the primary. You can see three sisters totally unobstructed through the window. You can also see Mount Jefferson. Awesome views right from the primary, right from the bed. And then normally, Jefferson would be right through this window too. And you'll see that in the part I stitch in right now. The primary closet, really well laid out, organized to perfection. It's a really big walk-in closet. All of the windows upstairs have been covered with a UV blocking material, so you don't have to use blinds. The primary bath has been fully remodeled. There's no soaker tub now, but in the floor, there's all the plumbing and everything ready to put a big soaker tub right here by the window looking out towards Gray Butte and Smith Rock. There's radiant floor heat in here. You can see the controller. Linen storage. And then the primary shower is awesome. Fully tiled. Good lighting in there too. One of the guest bedrooms here. This is a primary because it has its own bath. It is a bath that's shared with the other guest upstairs, but it's directly accessible from this bedroom. Fits a king-size bed comfortably. This is a queen. And it does have its own walk-in closet. The guest primary bath. You can see there's a pocket door here, then access from the hallway, good size vanity, tub shower combination. More hall storage. Another guest bedroom, currently being utilized as a hobby room. Also has that beautiful view. And I'll stitch in some more footage from when it was clear from all these windows. The view from the guest bedroom on the west side of the home. The closet. And at the end of the hallway here, the bonus room. It's a workout facility now, a fly tying station, and another living room. Great way to utilize this space. And it has an unbelievable view. If you wanted to have an office upstairs, looking out at the mountains, it's a little bit overcast today, so you can't see Jefferson, but I will stitch in the video here too that shows those views. And the view from in the bonus room, Mount Jefferson, Three Finger Jack, Black Butte, and Olali. You can see Olali's that cute little butte farthest north. Jefferson, Three Finger Jack. Lots of electrical outlets in here. Access to the attic through that door on the left, this door on the right. Now out in the garage space, this is a triple car garage. Access directly to the backyard. The furnace and the water heater. There's the panel, sprinkler controller, and door inside. Moving across the back deck, that French door system passes directly into the great room area and the kitchen. And the detached shop up here. The space directly ahead is the insulated portion. And then the non-insulated portion behind, that's the fenced garden area. With irrigation, there's nothing in there right now that's garden related, but it's all set. And to have a garden out here, you really need to have it fenced because the deer will consume it rapidly. Frost-free hose bib there. Wellhead. All of the well equipment's inside the shop, and I'll show you that in a separate portion. And this is this back portion beyond that kick in the wall is the RV section. And that roll-up door on the side of the insulated portion is nice if you have a Sprinter van or anything of that kind. It's a shorter door. I believe it's 12 foot. Definitely confirm those with measurements, but tall enough for sure to get a Sprinter van into that area. Now inside the insulated portion of the shop, the door to the right leading down to the house, slider allowing access out the side and some natural light, 12-foot roll-up door. You can fit an RV in here, a Sprinter van, lots of different things will fit. It's not as big as the RV bay that's 37 feet long with a 14-foot door that's through the door here. The insulated box in the corner is the pressure tank for the well. The well controllers are right there next to the 125 amp panel for the shop. The wood stove. Lots of big windows. Some of the solar system for the property is on top of the shop. Since they have a 25 kilowatt system, you have to come up with some pretty big roof space to make that all work. Good lighting in here. Lots of storage. Store leads straight out to the garden area. Just an awesome shop. It's nice that if you do want to heat an area, it's a little bit smaller for your hobbies or however you'll make use of this space. Now the full tour of the outside. The water feature is awesome. It's already quiet and serene out here in Lower Bridge Estates, but this adds a whole new layer. Open up the windows to the primary bedroom. It's just right up above, so you can hear the cascading sounds of that water feature. Also enjoy it throughout the year on this fully covered deck. It wraps around 3 sides. There's the fire pit. Another water feature. And the hot tub area. The hot tub is included in the sale. Perfectly sheltered from the wind over here on the east side of the home, but you still get the skies. The dark skies in this neighborhood are protected by CC&Rs that do not allow for direct lighting from a neighbor's property to another. So stargazing is second to none. There's extensive irrigation across the property to water trees that are non-junipers. It's a dry area, so if you want your deciduous and evergreen that are not junipers to last, you really need to water them. So you can see these pine trees here are all maintained off of this irrigation system. out here on the edge of the Deschutes River. So I access this property on my mountain bike by coming straight east at the end of Teater Road across BLM land. This is totally allowable for mountain bike and hiking, all kinds of recreation. You can get down to the river for fishing. Excellent pools down here for rainbows. And there's others too that people love to fly fish from here. There's Mount Hood in the distance. This BLM goes all the way to the end of the peninsula here. There's Mount Jefferson. And the BLM stretches then even on the other side of the river, all the way over to where you can see that little bit of smoke coming up. And a lot of that is ATV and UTV terrain, but it's across the river. Everything on this side of the river is non-motorized, so just hiking and mountain biking, things like that. It's quick access from the lot, and it's quick access from anywhere in the neighborhood. Just beautiful terrain, very serene, a great place to come out and just enjoy nature. You can see the Ochcos way out there to the east, behind Smith Rock and Gray Butte. There's Smith Rock and all of the Gray Butte area, just past Terrebonne. Standing on the bank of the Deschutes River, directly below the end of 84th Court, at the end of the Deschutes County Park Reserve land, on the BLM land that adjoins it. There's excellent access for fishing down here, just enjoying yourself on the river, and also floating on inner tubes. You can put in the water right here from about mid-May through mid-September when the water's nice and warm, and float down to Lower Bridge with a vehicle waiting. You just walk down the hill. It's a short walk from the end of 84th Court down here with your tubes. Put in the water and float for about an hour and a half. It's serene. You see river otters, deer, all kinds of different birds. And there's wild irises that bloom along the edge of the river. All kinds of other neat things too that are just really pretty all throughout the growing season. Just a neat spot to take in the Central Oregon outdoors.